Everyone, it's Kathy Schmitt, the Backyard Stamper, and today we'll be continuing scrapbooking. Last week we started the kit, currently loving, and today we'll be continuing. So let me flip the camera down so we can get started. There we go. Okay, so the kit is called Currently Loving. And this is a beautiful kit for special occasions, especially like graduation or vacations or a wedding. So it's really lovely. So last week we cut all of our pieces for our projects. So today we're going to start putting our projects together. So before we get started, though, I just wanted to remind everyone that this month, January 2026 through February 2nd, 2026, is bonus days where if you shop, you can earn a $5 coupon for every 50 that you spend, which is amazing. And then in February, you can spend those coupons. And the other thing is this awesome stamp set, which is the January product of the month. And this is available with a $75 purchase. You can add it to your cart for only $5. And there's a little slider bar in your shopping cart, which indicates whether how close you are to it or whether you could earn it. So just keep an eye on your shopping cart as you shop. Okay, so we are going, just a reminder, these kits from Stampin' Up contain enough materials to make 3 two-page layouts. They give you detailed cutting instructions and then really nice photographs for where to place everything. So the first page is this one here that we cut last time. So it says prepare for both pages. So the right page is also the same pattern. So those are these two. And I am going to just kind of set my other pages aside. Deb, you think you bought this kit? This was one of the online exclusives for January that came out. I love the Stampin' Up kits just because they make scrapbooking so easy. All right, so I'm just going to set my directions a little off to the side. And it has this page here, so I'm going to keep them together for right now. It says, use this paper for your base and adhere prepared 1A. 1A is the photo marker. So let me get my photo markers out of the kit here. Go. That is that one. Grab all of them. So these kits come with little photo markers where they indicate where to put a photo. All right, so I am just tacking the photo marker down in case you want to remove it, or I want to remove it later on. I can just pick this up and give it a little twist and the adhesive will release easier. As a second option, you can put a slightly smaller photo on and then you would have a white border and this crumb cake border. So that's pretty nice. And it says to go ahead and adhere it. So I'm going to go ahead and place this down. All right, let's see here. It says 2¼ from the top and 2½ from the side. I have been eyeballing it, but I'd like to just have my reference just to make sure that I am in the ballpark. And see, I'm kind of far down on there. I can come up a little. Okay, so that looks good, nice and straight. It does overlap this circle just slightly, so I'm going to go ahead down 2½. So I'm going to come over a little bit more. There. Like I said, I don't normally measure. I just eyeball it. Okay. So I adhered this. Then it says there's a sticker sheet to adhere. So let me show you that. All of the kits come with white willow and as a card base, some die cuts and a sticker sheet. So let me grab that so I can show you those. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to use this big leaf. So let me go ahead and punch that out. I think this circle piece would be amazing on a page with a lot of photos. You could cut your photos into circles and really have a fun page. For right now, I'm going to just assemble the kit as the directions to show you how nice these layouts look. And when I go to put my photos on, I may move some things around. We shall see. Okay, so that's that one. And then I need a white flower. Out. Looks like we need a little doodad thing, which is on the sticker page. So this sheet is all stickers. So that makes it really nice. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to set that over. Check my instructions. So it says to add the border of the Secret C sticker. And it looks like it's going to go about 3½ inches up. So it is going to go over my photo, which is fine. I'll fix that later on. Do that right about there. About there. Oops, I need to pull that over a little bit. All right, there. So that page, I'm going to move the second page out of the way. The stickers really make the page go together quickly. And, you know, plus all the directions that you get. So it's really, really fast. Okay, so I have this little piece and we have this green. So it says to adhere 1B, which is my photo. And I need to put my leaf down first. So this is going to go first. And I am going to tape on the outside piece here and leave this inside piece loose so that I can slide my photo under it. See how I can get under there with my photo. As for this one, And I am going to put that down here. I'm not really, I don't want to cover that 5x7 up so much. So in fact, I think I'm going to slide this over a little bit because I will probably add more pictures to this. So I might see how I can get that out from under the sticker. Okay, so I'm going to push it over to about there, which is farther than what the directions say, but I like that better. And then let me just move my leaf. There. So let's see. I'm going to move it like right there. There. I like that better. Okay, and then I'm going to put my photo, and I'm going to have my photo down here, and my flower here, and this little square here. Move my leaf. And like that. And then there's a circle. And circle, circle. Where did my circle go? Let's see here. And it says on this day. So oh, this is really nice. It gives you a little circle to do your journaling on. And that goes like up here, like so. Okay. And then this will get a photo mount for my 3x3 photo. I'm thinking of getting, of doing my daughter's wedding with this scrapbook kit. To again, tape the right side and leave the left side a little available so that I can lift it to get that photo under there. So let's see here. Something like this. Covers up a lot of the leaves where they have it. I'm going to pull my leaf up. I keep moving it. Okay, because I'm making it like the kit, but I'm also making it in a way that I know I will use it. So I think I'm going to do it like that. And then this can come under. My journaling can come over here. I want to move this up a little bit just to cover the end of the stem. Let's have our journaling straight. Okay. And I need a green piece that goes that photo is way up high compared to the other. You know what I'm going to do here? I am going to make an executive decision to move to a different spot. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my second photo here, and looking at this piece here needs to go like that. So that will not cover too much of this photo. And I'm going to move my journaling box down to the base here. Or up here. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to do, move it up. that's on, and we tape this, and I'm only going to tape the edges so that I can lift it to get my photo. I'm not sure I love it, but we can leave it. And my little flower comes like so. Maybe I'll move my flower down here. I'm going to put my flower like so. And again, I only put the tape on this side. Oh, and you know what? It says to use dimensionals on these pieces. And that's a way that you could adhere these down, but leave the top up available. That is not a bad idea. So let me get my dimensionals out, which I have them right here. So what I'm going to do is put a dimensional on the outside of the frame so the leaf can get popped up. But see, now I'm lifting the leaf so I don't have to worry about the leaf, moving the leaf petal for my photo. Just have to make sure that it doesn't show. Put that. Finger. Okay. And let me cut one in half here. This one. So there. Perfect. All right. So that's a great way to leave your, see how you can just slide your photo right under. All right. And this I can lift up. See, I didn't adhere it down here. And I think I'm going to pop my flower up. I don't usually put a lot of dimensionals in my projects because I like to keep my scrapbooks flat to let me add a bunch of photos and keep my books really full. I don't want to have a million albums. Okay, and then it looks like I need one more sticker, this piece here, and it says beloved, and they want you to put it, see how they covered up a lot of the photo? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it right down here. Okay, so that's my left side page. Not bad, I think. This is on a little crooked. Okay, so let's bring in the right side and let's see what's going to go on here. Because this has only got 2 photos now. I like to put more photos on, so I'm hoping that the second page, the right side, will have a lot of photos. Here we go, surprise. Okay, so it has 3. So 3 photo boxes. All right, so adhere my secret C border. So I have my sticker again. So let me bring my first page back because that's something I do want to have lined up. So I'll put my 2 pages. That way when my book is open, they connect better. All right, just like so. So this time, the sticker goes underneath, which I like that better. I wish I had done that here. And maybe I can get under there. I'm not a fan of putting stuff out on top of my photos. My photos, I want to be my photo. So let's see if I can get under the cake here. Yes, I can. All right, let's see here. So then let me just check. Do I have it in the same place? I do not. Good thing I checked. Okay. Yes, I like that a lot better. I love it. I'm having a problem getting it on straight today. There. There. I like that better. It hides more of the Secret C banner, but I really didn't like it over my picture. Okay. All right, now we need this right here and right here. Oh, there we are. Okay. So I've got a 3x3 and a 3x4. It looks like two 3x4s. They're going to come right about there. This one's going to go right about there. Looks like they line up here. And I'm going to put the same amount of border between them, like so. Okay. And I want that little bit of a circle to show. That's why I'm keeping a close border in here. I forgot to look to see if I was supposed to be using the light side or the dark side of this paper. Oh well, too late now. Next time I will look. Because it's two-tone cardstock, so you get a different tone on one side. So just trying to get it straight. Okay, so that looks good. Let me get my photo placeholders. 3x4, need two of those. Again, I just am tacking the middle down so that I have the option to remove it after, or when I'm getting ready to put my pictures on. And I did get my daughter's wedding pictures developed. So once I get these pages together, I am going to start putting the album. Okay, so now I need another pre-cut leaf. This one, they used two pieces instead of one long one. Must have been like a space issue on the paper, maybe. So they made their own. And the leaf, the flower in the middle covers up the gap. That's clever. Like that. And then this will go right underneath, like so. And then it says a day in the life. I don't know if I want day in the life, but I would like special day or like on this day. So I'm going to keep this with my page, but I'm not going to adhere that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our tape down. I'm leaving the outside available, and I mean the inside where the leaf is. So I'm going to put my dimensional there so that the tip of my leaf can touch the photo. It's the other one. Okay. Great. So this one goes like that. So let's see here. We'll put it dimensional. Because this piece here is just going to be loose. All right, and we'll put a dimensional on the flower. So I'm gonna, because I want to make sure I don't put a dimensional where my photo is going to be, because I want to be able to slide the photo under my doodads here. I'm gonna pop that up. That looks really pretty. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and adhere this part down. However, I'm just not going to put the title down on that one. There's a little journaling box that we can use. Also a sticker. So I am just going to cut that sticker out because I want to wait until I get my... The other option with these stickers is leave the backing on and pop them up. So if I did that like right here, I can get under all of my photos. So let me just trim that. I'm just going to trim following the sticker, the edges. This is a good idea. Like so. All right, and I'll put my dimensionals right here. I'll put like a little triangle so it's really held on. There. Now I can get my photos, see, right underneath here on all of them. Perfect. I really like that. Okay. And then this one has a white. Let me look and see if it's a plain white or the lined white. Here's the beauty of that. So I can't tell, here's my sheet here. I can't tell if I'm supposed to use the lined white or a plain white, but if you look on the back, it has the numbers. So it is supposed to be this one, project number 1. So it's supposed to be the lined one. So that's handy. Like so. And you know what? I might put that down here. Or over here. I just want, this is covering up a lot of it. Let's see here. We can lift that up. I don't need project 1 showing just. Okay, something like that. That covers up quite a bit too. Okay, well, you know what? We're just going to tack it. And I can reserve the right to change the location later. There. That looks really, really good. So now I have my page, my left side of my page, and the right side. Okay, layout number 1 is done. Let's see what is layout number 2. All right, so on this one, I need the, oh, I already have them separated. Hold on a minute. Let me just move my sticker sheet. and the punch outs. So we've got this. Okay, so we're going to put, so some of these go on the second half. So let's divide it up again. So this side has, um, some of these. Okay, so it looks like I have 1, 2, 1 and 2. There's no way I would only put 2 pictures on a page. So I'm going to modify that slightly. And let's put a 3rd. And you know what? I'm going to even them up. Okay, so this is my journaling box. These are my other photo layers for the next one. And I need this goes on here. So let's go ahead and put our background down. So let me ask, how many photos do you like to put on your scrapbook pages? Are you a 1 or a 2 photo person, or as many as you can fit photo person? Leave a comment and let me know. Definitely in the camp of fit as many photos as you can on the page. And especially for my daughter's wedding, I mean, we took a lot of photos. So I am going to want, oh, Debbie likes to put 3 on. Yep, some of my older scrapbooks have even 9 photos on. Now I cropped them down, but still, that's 9 pictures that I took care of. Okay, so let's see here. If I do this, this, and this is the border for the second piece. And then I have my photo layouts. So I have 1, 2, and 3. Then it asks for this big circle. It's like a doily circle, ruffled circle or whatever. Okay. Right, so we're going to slide that under here. Put that touching it. This is going to go here. And see, I have more room for photos up here. I could do another big photo. Okay, so that works, but what I'm going to do is I'm envisioning a bigger photo, like a 4x6 photo right there. So I'm going to slide this down a little. I still have room for my journaling box and family on this day. All right, so let's adhere what we can. See a little rough edge there on my, oh, got it crooked. I'm going to just knock off those little rough edges right there. There. Okay, and then this one, let me do the bottom one first. So I went about, this time I'll take the nubbies off before I glue. How about that? This is about not quite an inch. So we'll do that. This is an inch and a quarter. Let me make sure this is the other page. Oh yeah, that works great. Okay. This is the right one. Okay, perfect. Let me get the nubbies off of that one. My paper trimmer, this is white willow that was cut down. So I think my blade was a little dull there. Mm-hmm. On boys. Trying to get them. Let's see, that is just a slight bit more than 1 1/4. Yep. This is coming together really great. Excuse me. To me. Pesky little nub right there. Let me grab a drink. Okay. Our photo mounts on. And if I don't use a photo mounts in the kit, I keep them and so that I have them when I want to add more pictures. All right, that looks good. And then it wants that whole big cluster of flowers. That's going to be pretty. That because we'll put our family photos from the wedding. Be nice. And there's a couple little punch outs on that one. Okay, so this see if I want to put a 4x6 photo there, I'm going to need to bring this down. Punch out there. Okay, so if I put it, I'm envisioning a 4x6, so I can bring that down, turn it so I don't have, yeah, I like that. And then my family goes here. My journaling box goes to the bottom. And this is a see, what did they put on here? They put on this day, okay, and a little, oh, it's the blank one. Yep. Okay, so let's see, I'm gonna put the green one on first, because that goes right across my journaling box here. I actually have enough room, whether it's a vertical picture or horizontal, so I'm happy about that, because I know I have some that I want to put. let's see, I'm going to do something like that. This is about the size of my journaling boxes too. I put the date and where we were at and maybe what's happening. I mean, it's going to be pretty obvious. You know, my daughter's in a wedding dress and dressed up, so I'm not worried about it. People not knowing, I'll just say what the date is, maybe. Stay. So that'll be easy. I just have to put the date of her wedding. And then let me put some dimensionals on family. And I can always add a little tab on the side here if I want to add a little bit more words. Be self-explanatory other than the date and the location. There. Kind of put a lot on there. There. So that's going to go like that. Okay, to me. I don't know what is going on. I should get my T-square out. And that way I can see if I'm going straight. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're going to get done all 3 pages today. That's great. So next week, I can show you, well, I'll start putting my photos on. That'll be fun. And you be sure to scrap along with me or craft if you're not a scrapper. The more the merrier. All right, so that, oops, I didn't attach that one. Oh, I did, but it didn't stick very well. And this one, I decided I'm going to do it like that. Some dimensionals. I'm not going to put too many dimensionals on this because I might have to move it depending on my photo. Don't want somebody's head to be chopped off because of a flower. Oh, I like that way. Okay. These flowers from the lovely blossoms are amazing. So even though the kit gives you step-by-step direction, I mean, obviously you will want to change it up depending on your photos. Love that. Okay, let's do the second half. Okay, so on this one, we are going to, let's see, remove my stickers again. Bring my pieces over. It doesn't go there, okay? Does. So if this is going to be my page with a lot of wedding photos, I might need to add more journaling boxes on this page too. Look at how beautiful that paper is. And we're coloring it up. All right, so I'm going to go right to the edges, make my corners kiss. Straight. All right. And then this design here, let me just check with my ruler to see how far away I put my stripe. So I put it at 3 and 2 notches. Let's see here, 3 slightly over 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 is right there. I like to do sometimes is turn my ruler upside down, and that gives me like a spot to butt up against. Oh, I did not get that all the way at the top. Because these two stripes don't line up on the page like a cross like the other sticker did, I don't have to worry. I don't have to bring in that other page to see. Jump the track out there. Oh. Now I need my white willow again. And let's see here. 1, 2. Let me see if I have any extra photos. Photo placeholders. Some extras from another project. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And this, I mean, I'm just not going to make that the center of attention. But I am going to bring it down and put it like so. And then there's a journaling sticker here. And that is right here. And it says today was. So I'm going to go ahead and use that one because that is perfect. All right, so today was beautiful. There. Another small journaling box, but I like it. I could put that up at the top in the journaling and leave this place here for my a large picture. I'll do that. So I don't like my photo to be the same height as my doodad. So I am going to put that here, get that straight, like that. And then this is going to come over almost to the edge. Bring it down just a little bit. I had adhesive on the back. Oh. Okay. Note to self: don't stick it down on your page. There. I got room. I'll move it up because if I want to put a photo there, I don't want the journaling box right there. But I also like these flowers, so I don't want to cover them all up. All right, I have that. And then it wants, there's a blue leaf sticker right here. And they have it going off here, but I didn't leave enough room. So I am going to have it come down here. And a flower. Flower. Flower, flower, where are you? Okay, this one here. And that looks a little big for that spot. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's this little guy. Just do it like that. Just check the back of the flower I was thinking of and see. Okay. These need to come out because it says project 2 on the back. Project 1. Oh, I didn't do the in the life. Okay, the rest of those are per project 3, so that helps. Project 3, here's a 2 and another 2. So one thing I neglected to do last week was punch these out according to the projects. So I will do that the next time, so you guys don't have to watch me look for them. All right, so those flowers are gonna go like here, here, and here. Ooh, my pen didn't want to stick there. There. And I need to cut one more white willow because I added another picture box. Scrap. That means you have a lot left over, so let's see here. It's not you, not quite. Ooh, I just need to grab a piece of white willow. Hold on 1 second. Right here. Grab my piece. See if I have, oh, look, I got a ton of scraps in here. So let's see here. Just grab a scrap here. I just need to cut like that. Let's put that one out and then cut down. Okay. So I need this, I need another one of these pieces. This is what's the trimmers upside down. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay. So 4 1/4. I'm going to cut the 3 1/4 on this way. It gives me a bigger area. So if I want, that's 5 1/4. I can do a 5 by 7 there. All right, and that's the 1 1/4. Okay, that gives me another journaling box. I mean, a photo box. So let's tack these down. Like so. This kit is available in my Stampin' Up store, kathyschmitt.stampinup.net. If you like it, you can go on to the store and, oh, just tore that. There, I like that better. The leaf was funny. And this one measures, let me just check, because almost 6 and 4 1/2. I'm going to just tack this down because I don't know if my photo, if I have a photo that really fits that size or not. Okay, tack these. You guys enjoy scrapping with me and are working on your projects at the same time, whether they're scrapbooking or not. It's much more fun to craft along. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring in my other page real quick because I wanted to see how far down from the top my pictures were and what my distance was and see if I can match that up. So this is 1 1/4. 1 1/4 would make it there. Ooh, I have room. Okay, so let's do that. And this is 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. So 1 1/4. Quarters. It's there. Yep, looks about right. So when you are putting your photos on and your layouts, you want to think on a 2-page spread, you want to think about the continuity of the subject. So I always make 2-page spreads, and that way I know I am, is that right? Let's move this one up a little bit. So I always make 2-page spreads because I take a lot of photos. I want to show them all. And it's, to me, transitioning from one side, left side of the album to the right side was kind of hard for me. I never seemed to, it just felt like I messed up the rhythm. So by using a 2-page spread, when you open your album, let's see here, let's see what this looks like. Oops, I gotta put my flowers in first. Flowers. Let's see here. One went at the top and one went at the bottom, but how about if we go middle and top? I'm going to put it dimensional because I want to be able to pop that up, and we'll go ahead and do laid it on my dimensional. Hold on a minute. I'm going to peel it because I'm going to attach both of them with the dimensional. So the way you do that is, see, just put your dimensional right over the seam, and that will hold both pieces together quite nicely. All right, and then I have the ability to get under here and here for my photos. So like that. And this one's going to go like so. Let me get my dimensionals. And again, I'm not going right to the edge with the dimensionals because I want to be able to position my photo right under it. There. Look at how nice that looks. So let me bring both pages in together. Isn't that just lovely? And I'll have a big photo there. Which I think I'm going to cut right now so I remember that I wanted one. This is 5. So let's see, how much space do I really have? I really have, let's make it 5. It's 5 1/4, so let's make it 4 1/4. No, that wouldn't work. 5 1/4. So a photo is 4 by 6. So I'm taking 3/4 off. So if I do it that way, I don't really like that. Let's make it a 4 by 6 photo. And I trim this side down. Oh, I just did 6 instead of 4. Now I have to take off a 1/4 inch off my photo. All right. So this one's a horizontal, so I was envisioning that this would be a vertical one. So let's see if I can, yeah. I might have to lift this up a little bit, but I will get to that when I can do it that way, or I'd have to move my flower down. So I'll have to wait and see if my photo is vertical, and I think it is. Then I'll just move these dimensionals over. Twist my flower a little bit, like so, to move my photo in, like so. So I just need to move it slightly. I like to just put it right next to the item that I don't want it to land on, but then I can use that as my marker. I'm making a mess of this. So get a new one, and we'll put that one right here. Not right there. Let's move it over a little because I got it right through that hole. Okay, good. Let me take this down first. I can add another dimensional and attach this when I get my photo on. I like that. Look at that. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I know the exact picture I am going to put on here. And I might have to do it this way, depending on my photos, but that's okay. All right. Layout number 2 is done. I love that. Whoops, I dropped a flower. Can't lose my flowers. All right. So let's leave. Let's see what project 3 is. Oh, this one will be easy. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll do it as quick as possible. So I've got a secret C, 2 of them that are going to be my base page. And then I'm going to take this piece here. Let's see here. There was another one that I had. Where's my sticker sheet at? Here it is. Oh, it's stuck. I'm stuck on something. There it is. All right. So this, I just need these leaves. Let me just pop those out so I can throw this away. It's getting all tangled up in things. All of these leaves go to project 3. And that's what we're working on. Okay, let me throw that away. And then all right, so now this looks like All right, so page 1 is this page with the circles on it, and then the punched out is going to be all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this down. Let's do that first. Okay. I'm eyeballing. Leaving room for my little ruffle here at the bottom. Let's get that straight. All right, so then you attach this little piece here, like so. Let's see how we're going to do that. Take this pretty strip. I'm going to cut that. Okay, so this is going to hold my little strip because that is so tiny. I'm afraid I'm going to get glue everywhere. I flipped it upside down, which actually makes it a little easier to see. So, and then I'm going to just snip that off. Now I can add some adhesive as well onto that crumb cake strip, just to help. That's quite a bit to that little page there. Okay, let me put that back on here. All right, so then we take all these white circles out. Well, first, what we're going to do, I'm going to punch them out, and then I'm going to put them back in the frame so I have the exact placement for them. So I'm going to put it like this. Here's my frame. Then I'm going to just adhere my pieces. And I will probably try to cut out some pictures to put on these circles. Then the flower one goes in the bottom, and that one is popped up. That is weird that that's popped up. I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Then it says you did it, but I am going to probably cover you did it with something else, because that sounds kind of funny to say you did it when we got married. Okay, so that page is done. You have this that goes across your photos. What's this one on this page? Goes across your photo. Oh, phew. This doesn't go on that page. Oh my gosh, I just about had a little heart attack there. All right, now, wowza. Okay, so this one should get popped up. Let me see if I can, I'll put dimensionals right where I put the tape, and that way it won't sag back down. Right here, there. I'm gonna pop it up because it's a photo's gonna slide under there, or the title or something is. Okay. It's my piece set. Okay. I'm going to tuck that under there like that. Alrighty. So that looks good. Let's bring that down. This would be a good page for some doodads. And what I mean by that is like reminders, like tickets or something like that. Not that you would have a ticket to a wedding, but you know what I mean. I'm sure you know what I mean. All right, and then a sticker flower. Do that. Right. And this little strip, I think is supposed to go under there, which it can. I can still do it. I don't know if I need to do it though. So I'm going to save that. And I'm also going to save my, oh, here's the little strip that goes under there. Oh no. So I'm going to save this peach one too. So I'm just going to lay those, I'm going to put those right there. The dog is barking. All right, that's the left side. Now we'll get the right side out and we will be done. Let's see, I put that over here. Let me make sure that I've got the right pieces. Yep, I do. So I've got my secret seed. I've got my crumb cake. I've got a banner. So I need to bring in my first page here because I want these two squares to line up. So right about there. I'm going to use the light side this time. Because that's what side I just happened to use over there. Okay, so I am going to line that up. All right, that looks straight. And then I'm going to do my other sticker. And let's see where that goes. So that's pretty clever by adding that little strip over there, the crumb cake strip. They added the continuity to the page. So I like it. And I can use these extra little pieces on a photo or a journaling box. All right, so then I have that piece are going to stay there. And then this piece goes on top. That's really clever. And we do this. Where are my pieces? I'm going to move this out of the way here. Okay. There, short pieces. I should have. Oh, you know what they did? They put it under here, like that. This one goes under here. So let me put these on. And I'm using the light side. Okay, so I've got that one. This one on. I really like how they set this page up. Yep. This one. It's not where that's supposed to go. Right. I flipped it this way instead of turning it over. That'll be okay because this is going to get stuck down. Let me just make sure. Where am I at? This is going to go over here. And I'm going to turn it over so I make sure my diamonds go on straight. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. Okay. Like so. And then we'll put that right in. There. Love it. And then I got my leaves here. They're going to go down here. Got a dimensional here for the two of them. Together. So I'm just going to kind of lay that off to the side. So I have room for my photos. The easiest thing, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have taped that down so good because then I could have slid my photo under there. Oh, well, I'll have to figure that out. And this goes here, and this goes here. So let's see here. That's going to go there. It's going to be the dark side of our strip, I think. It can be anything we want it to be, right? So I'm just going right in between so I can still put my things down, and then I'm going to pop this strip up. Or no, I'm not. I'm going to strategically put my tape. Okay, And then I've got my flower sticker. Which, where did it go? I've got 2 more leaves. Oh, here it is. Here's what's got it. Got it. Just trimming those nubbies off. That's going to go like that. So let's pop that one up. Create joy, which I don't know if I want that. Well, you know what? This beautiful would have been good there too with this one. All right, let's see. I'm going to change something. I need to cut that one out. Friend Debbie gave me the idea to cut these out and then pop them up so that they're not, so you can reposition them since they're labels. Glasses on to do it though. Okay. So if I do that, that looks funny. So let's take this one off. And let's put on this one instead. Let me cut that one. If they made the edge of the sticker or where this outline paper a different color, that would have helped. But trying to cut white and white is hard on eyes. So if I do that with beautiful, look at how that looks. That looks so nice. Okay, we're going to do that. And I am going to pop up this. I'm going to put that one down flat and I'm going to pop up this one. So I could have just peeled off the sticker, I guess, on that one, which I'm going to do now. All right. So I've got this. Like so. I know I've run over my time. I tried to keep everything at an hour. So I'm almost there. Hope you're sticking with me. Just do that. Like that. There. That looks really pretty. Okay, and then we've got these little doodads here. Little blue ones. Oh, and my 2 extra leaves are going to go here and here. Yep, that ties it together very nicely. While still leaving me plenty of room to add photos. All right, here are my two-page spreads, or for this one. I've got my photo mount there, which I'm going to probably change, but just so you can see them together. So that's layout 3. Here's layout 2. And layout 1. This one. This piece is going to go somewhere under here, I think. So. Thank you all very much for joining me this morning. And please please add a comment about what you're working on as we scrap together. So thank you again, and I will see you next week.